So Ming-Hui, what inspired you to co-write the feeling economy?
I'm always a feeling person, but I'm also in the information technology area. And so I'm sort of trained to think scientifically, and I'm trained to be a thinking machine. That is a huge conflict between what I have to study and what is my nature. So when I begin to study AI, I realized more that AI is such a thinking machine. And then the question really become more important to me that if AI is a thinking machine, can we make AI become a feeling machine? Actually, that's what I'm thinking. And when I try to think whether AI can feel, and I realize it may not be easy. That can be a technological bottleneck for AI. So the next question that I have in my mind is if AI is a super thinking machine, then what can a human do? What can we do?
Yeah.
Can we resort back to our human nature that we can feel, we can experience, instead of just thinking, calculating, and become a math person, thinking person? So that give rise to the idea about the book that when AI is a thinking machine, human actually can go back to feeling. And then that will give rise to the feeling economy when the economic input are more attributable to human feelings. That is, human become a feeling neighbor. We can really interact with each other, feel each other, be more sympathetic about each other. Those things can be important economic input. And then we can just leave all this heavy weight lifting, hard thinking jobs to AI. So in that way, this is a form of complementarity that AI do the thing, AI does the thinking, and human does the feeling. So that's what we begin to work on this paper because before this book, we published several articles. We published a lot of articles on this topic, and we do find support not only conceptually, we do find empirical support for our theory. So we are quite excited about that, and then we are still continuing working on that. So you can believe that the feeding economy book is not just a conceptual one. We do actually have a lot of numbers and the empirical data to support it, but we simply cannot present all in the book because it would be too dry.